What's going on, everybody? GameStradamus here, giving you guys my afterthoughts of the Call of Duty XP event. I did not bring my camera in there, so I'm going to be doing this over some Black Ops footage. They were pretty stingy about camera usage. I wanted to get a lot of gameplay coverage, but they wouldn't really allow any of that and some other things, so I decided just to kind of kick back and enjoy the event. I got some golden ticket passes through my good buddy Josh Olin, who's the community manager at Treyarch. Very cool guy. So I got to roll around with him pretty much the whole event, which was nice because I got pretty much VIP access. And since I do, a lot of hosting and video coverage, I got into media lounges and developer lounges and all that good stuff. So that definitely, I guess, saved the event for me. But overall, I think if you just got a normal ticket and were trying to come and enjoy it, it might have been one of the more frustrating and depressing events to go to. Just imagine the worst theme park, the worst lines, and then times that by 5, and that was pretty much COD XP. It was just really out of hand, to be honest. Let's see, I got there at noon on Friday. I took one lap around the event and bought one beer that was way overpriced, just like everything else. That took about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, just to kind of check things out. And then I played one round of Spec Ops. My brother came with me, too. He got a ticket through Josh, so that was cool. So he and I played Spec Ops, and Spec Ops was really fun. I could play many hours playing the new Spec Ops. But anyway, we were pretty rusty. I mean, my brother really doesn't play many first-person shooters anymore, if at all. Really, he never really got into them. I haven't really played Call of Duty either. This is probably like my 5th or 6th game of Call of Duty in the last 6 or 8 months. I don't know. It's been way too long. Definitely not as fresh as my 44-0 or 49-0 games I had before. Which, if you haven't seen, you should definitely check those out. Those are some good matches. But anyway, we got to round like 29, I think, and the record for the day was like 34, I think, for that level. So we got close to actually making the record, and you got some little prize. But anyway, we fell short. We were just rusty, but it was definitely fun. And you can do it on all the maps, and there's a money system and level up system and that. So there's definitely a lot of replayability. So that'll add to it. So anyway, took a lap, had a beer, played one game of Spec Ops, and then waited in line for Burger Town for the worst burger of my life. That was also incredibly overpriced. It was like $12 for a single burger and $17 for a double burger, which is just ridiculous for a burger that's cold, the cheese isn't melted, and the buns were kind of stale. So that was just kind of depressing. And then I went with a bunch of the Treyarch developers into the Jeep Excursion event. We went into the VIP line, and even in the VIP line, it was like 2.5 or 3 hours to get on this thing. It was ridiculous. And then that was it. That was pretty much my day right there. Doing Spec Ops, having a burger, and doing the Jeep event. Maybe some minor stops in between, but pretty depressing. And if you were just in the regular line, you probably waited like 6 or 8 hours just to do that event. I mean, that's just really depressing. Really, if you were coming from like outside of the state, and there are people there internationally, a lot of people actually, that was just sad, really, because you have to pay all this money for airfare and hotel and food and everything else, just to have maybe 2 events you do, and just pretty much wait in line the whole time. There just wasn't enough other panels and things to distract you. Like they should have just worked close with the people who ran BlizzCon, which you think they would, since it's Activision and they own they're the same company. That they would take some notes from that, because they needed just more stuff to distract people so that the lines weren't as long. So I don't know. Maybe next year they'll do it better. They're definitely going to do it again, I'm sure. They spent like $8 or $9 million in this event, I think, which is kind of sad that it didn't turn out better. But the next day was a lot more fun. We didn't really just wait in line for anything. We just sat in like a lot of the VIP lounges. the media lounges, which was nice because it was open bar and they were serving hors d'oeuvres, and you know, you got to meet a lot of different people. I got to run into, like, I don't know, Exhibit and his son, and I met Justine. She's a YouTube star. I also got to meet the guy who played Havoc in X-Men. He was a cool guy. I'm blanking on his name right now, but anyway, yeah, I just got to meet a lot of different people within the industry. I got to meet the esports manager of League of Legends. His name's Matt. He's a cool guy. So anyway, you know, for me it was a little more enjoyable because of that. You know, in the developer lounge, you know, the second day they had like private Xboxes, so we went up there and got to play Spec Ops a little bit more. So you know, that kind of saved the event for me, but otherwise I think I might have like fought for a refund if I had gotten that ticket, like, and you know, came to this whole event and spent all this money. So you know, you didn't really miss much. But I guess I should probably touch on Modern Warfare 3. You know, Spec Ops is great. Besides Spec Ops, you know, and the evolutions they made in Spec Ops just seemed like an obvious, like that, you know, it's the obvious evolution of that kind of thing. But besides that, they really just changed the kill streaks to point streaks. You know, they refined some different things and took some stuff away, but I feel like they really just kind of honed in the gameplay, which is good. I think it, you know, hopefully turned out to be more balanced, but there isn't that many upgrades. I mean, it's Call of Duty, it's what you'd expect. Graphically, it's not even going to compare to Battlefield 3. But, you know, they did bring the colors out and made it a little more sharp, so it was enjoyable. I mean, you know, I told myself I wasn't going to play Call of Duty again until Modern Warfare 3. But, you know, after coming back and playing a few matches, this game's definitely very, very fun. I really enjoy Call of Duty. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm sure I'll play that a whole bunch as well, and just kind of go back and forth between that and Battlefield 3 and some Diablo 3. But yeah, so anyway, I guess I should touch on the kill streak thing. They changed the kill streaks to point streaks, which, you know, I'm sure you guys know all about this, but just real quick. So you don't have to do everything from getting kills. You can do it from capturing objectives and assists and different things, which is great. I think it really balances out the gameplay, because there was a lot of people just kill whoring, myself included. And that, you know, just kind of ruined a lot of the objective games, in my opinion. So this should balance it out, and it's nice because if you die, it doesn't reset if you're using two of the different paths you can take. So, you know, you can kind of build up. So I imagine almost like Homefront, the matches will get more and more intense as it goes on. So there's a support path you can take, an assault path, and I believe it's the operative. The assault is, you know, like, you know, choppers and airstrikes, and a lot of the more destructive point streaks. And the support class is, you know, more like UAV, counter UAV, care packages, that kind of thing. You can call in juggernauts, which is really cool. So there's, you know, there's just more supportive, and then the operative is really fun. Every 2 kills you unlock additional perks, and after 8 kills you unlock all the perks, so you become kind of like this super soldier. You don't get any point streaks or any like big things, but you know, just become more adaptable to everything, which should be really fun. You know, I mean, I'm looking forward to that as more of a kind of a challenging point streak thing to do. So, you know, I feel like, you know, it balanced it out more. It changed it a little bit, but I think it was a good change. And, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to the game. And apologize if I've been kind of tired during this commentary. I was up way too late last night playing Dead Island, which if you have not checked out, you have got to. It's by far the best zombie game ever made, in my opinion. And quite frankly, one of the better adventure games I've ever been on, either. It's really, really fun. I highly suggest checking it out. I'll definitely do some coverage on that next. So anyway, come check out my channel, and I'll be back soon. Have a good one.